Hey, what are you doing?
Back off!
What's the need for that?
Back off and stop filming!
I can do what I want though, innit?
Get back off!
Stop! What are you doing?
Back
What
off.
are you doing? There's no need for that!
He's under arrest!
Yes, he needs justice though!
If you look at the world in terms of storytelling, you have the war drummer, the man who drums up the people, the man who agitates the people. And then you have the warrior who goes forward and fights. But you also have the storyteller who takes over to recount the event. And this is the one who survives, who outlives all the others. It is the storyteller, in fact, that makes us what we are, that creates history, which the survivors must have. Otherwise, their surviving would have no meaning.
Hey, what are you doing?
Back off!
What's the need for that?
Back off and stop filming!
Take your hand off,
do what I want though, innit?
Get back off!
What are you doing? Stop! You're supposed to take your hand off!
Back off! He's under arrest! Stop filming! You're under arrest!
We live locked down, awaiting Armageddon, existing in savage times, persisting in damaged lives. Our ravaged minds decline, looking at our broken earth, looking at our shackled eyes. Our oppressors transmit the rules of our slow demise from inside unraveled lies and false actions that we sit and swallow like poison rations that we buy with the tokens produced by the murdering thief who's stolen our land and their riches and keeps us chained to these blood-soaked streets where crownless kings are molded to ruthless cutthroats who seek paper that's encoded and cursed. Like the battle to capture these man's souls eroded and burnt. We won't fight for our freedom cause we don't accept that we're trapped, ripped from our nature, stripped from our cultures, brainwashed and preyed on by vultures. The descendants of brilliant minds that once were divine have now been confined to measuring drug weights, calculating the angles that make up the rat race, and strategizing for wars waged against ourselves and our own kin. Brothers' heads left smoking from our own hands, and those are the cyborg drones that roam our civil war zone homes, separating and devastating families who descend into anarchy rapidly. The concrete jungles evolved to the metal rainforest. Our pain's promised, we're observed from our birth. Cameras and buildings, metal detectors and high streets, tracking chips in our passports and our cards. When society breaks down, what will feed you? Trust me, your currency can't. That's the future we're marched to. The slaughterhouse that we will be passed through. The law of this land's designed to maintain it. What are you willing to do to change it? Will you support it or change it? Will you support it or change it? Man ain't talking about Labour or Tory, I'm talking about slavery or glory. Man ain't talking about left or right, it's live on our knees or stand and fight. Stand and fight, and fight. Live on our knees or stand and fight. Stand and fight, and fight. It's live on our knees or stand and fight. Stand and fight, fight. It's live on our knees or stand and fight. Stand and fight. We don't live on our knees, we stand and fight. I roam the road when the shit I'm dealing with is overflowed. I grow a zone, dive in. My universe divides into fragments. Multiple planes are walking, exploring the city and the twisted maze we caught in. Calculating angles, wrestling with tangles, battling with twists and turns and rips and burns. But clarity and strength is earned, I spit to learn. Creating schooled me good, like all those nights I spent in blocks in different ends of neighborhoods. Building with the brothers and sisters, about war between residents, housing, benefits, beauty, elegance, the nature of intelligence, freedom, football, ganja, profits, revolution. Who or what God is? I've got things myself, I've taken from others. Interactions are transactions. If two people beefing, conversation is action. That saves lives, creates ties, that is progress. In this cage of hypnosis, I've given, I've striven, made a living from sinning. I've hidden from living, I've died and re-risen. I broke out of jail, came back voluntarily. For what? To find family and set them free. Free from the pressure, free from the stress, free from manipulation, free from the death. We see something better, we can't grab it yet. Discipline, determination, free to manifest. Free from the pressure, free from the stress, free free from manipulation, free from the death. We see something better, we can't grab it yet. Discipline, determination, freedom manifest, manifest. Heartbeat. The rhythm beats within, echoing kin. All who have been here have beat here. Birthing, sustaining, guiding I steer. Drumbeat, calling I hear. Overcome fears, speak beyond boundaries, hear beyond spectrums, speak between scales, calls of elation. The deepest of wails. Babies born out of and into anguish, the greatest of blessings but hard. History weighs heavy on children of now, born wearing, then collecting more scars. Ripped from our mother's embrace, displaced, nursing the breast of the next one. Idrin maintain, survive, thrive, sacrifice, stagnate, die. Live, love, hurt, heal, scam, steal, reach for the real with zeal, both granted and earned through endurance. Take stands, make codes, strive to live in accordance. Live under siege. The water, the food, the air that is breathed build up battlefields. Education, entertainment, enslavement build up battlefields. Housing, heating, healthcare build up battlefields. Sanctity, sacrament, spirituality build up battlefields. Such as existence, beauty, learning, growth, sex, love, thought, compassion, empathy, unity, community, and much more, all played out on built-up battlefields. Such as existence. The arrow of time flies through an incomprehensible atmosphere of an unknown sky, dragging all who subscribe to different perceptions along with its misconceptions. Power produces its poisonous progress, possessing people positioned perpendicular to pressure, poverty, and powerlessness. Still I blessed with spirit passed on in this heartbeat, this drumbeat, this rhythm, to say, no it isn't. This is the ground of your colony? No it isn't. This is the site of your plantation? No it isn't. This is the place where you rape my mother, murder my father, torture my siblings? No it isn't. 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 Apex Zero of the global underground militia. instrumental ripper, meta science spitter, space and time fabric splitter, splinter scatter where MCs used to stand. They're reduced to sand, their spirit and a microphone in each of my hands. I plan to take land as war rages, move through all stages, scribe my mind into sound waves and pages. I spit a message for the ages, heard by sages and people of the struggle who want freedom, not wages. Rip the slavers down right now, all my rebels pull your knives out. We carving our oppressors' spines out. I rhyme about the life I live, about the life I'll give, to see a world that's built by our kids, not one that's built on their corpses or built on their backs, where they're forced into prisons and forced into traps. I'll be spitting to the message that is forged in my raps. It's upheld worldwide and lived on mass, cause the world that we live in's mashed. Our countries are camps, the enemy we fight don't ramp, and that's why we don't leave around the world to LDN. We'll be fighting this war to the end. The world that we live in's mashed. Our countries are camps, the enemy we fight don't ramp, and that's why we don't need an LDN across the seas. We'll be fighting till our people live free. Iron man, spit nothing but fire fam. Don't care what attire you desire, run entire clans. Beat the shit out of MCs that I ain't trying to bang. I ain't even trying man, hardly even. Spit this for the souls of Stevens and Damalolas the world over. Take our freedom, don't want a peace, my gang trying to throw it over. Social supernova, hit the reset, pull it up. All my freedom fighters spray the roof and lick a bullet up. Lick a bullet up. Crowds go crack when I salivate. Man, they're moshing, mate. Sisters throwing fists, it's nothing bait. Setting records straight. LDN across the globe. Black and poor, getting battered raw. Worse than shattered drawers. We're literally getting stashed in drawers, in traps and cages, or toe tagged behind coroners' doors. Rape for our labor, they don't even pay us paper. All we get is numbers on screens, it's obscene. Snap the fuck out that dream, and then who say you won't come, we do something, stop fronting. If we don't make change, what'll happen is nothing, or get worse, our whole race locked inside the hearse. Black race, poor race, whole human race. Our entire future slammed shut like Zion's gate. It ain't too late for us to realign our fate. The coming future is the one that we create. The world's mashed, our countries are camps. The enemy we fight don't ramp, and that's why we don't leave around the world to LDN. We'll be fighting the war to the end. The world that we live in's mashed. Our countries are camps. The enemy we fight don't ramp. That's why we don't leave a LDN across the seas. Fighting for freedom, but they label me a killer. World, new hope, new time, new people, new thought, new lives, new freedom, new strength, new eyes, new vision. This is our mission.